Welcome to Belmont Banter, the official podcast of Whitstable Town FC. Every week we chat to ex-players, supporters and invited guests here on Belmont Banter.
Welcome to the official podcast of Whitstable Town FC.
Whitstable Town Football Club's main sponsor is Fibertech UK Limited.
Hello again everyone and welcome to today's guest. Is Dave Gillman. Now Dave, known as Gilley to everyone around Whitstable, I'm sure, and further beyond, is no stranger to Whitstable Town. Dave, how did it all begin for you?
Well, many years ago, I must say, Tony, I first started at school, of course. I had a great PE master, Peter Vanderpeer, who was well known around the area. I think he played for Leicester City in his early days before a teacher, but yes, he taught me how to play basically, and then when I left school I joined the village team when I was about 15 then, playing against men in the Canterbury District League. Then I was asked to go to Faversham as a youngster, 16. I went up there and had a few training sessions. I didn't like it too much. I felt a little overawed by it all, and I didn't go again. And then, I suppose a year later, I went back again and thoroughly enjoyed it.
What school were you at before you went to Faversham, Dave?
Canterbury Tech, it was in them days.
All right, and then so you went back second time. Second time was better.
Yeah, I was a little bit older, I suppose. I really enjoyed it the next time.
What sort of league were they in then, Dave?
I don't know what they, to be honest, I didn't care. Difference in them days, I was in awe of them sort of people.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't really care what they were playing in. I know they joined the Athenian League soon after I joined. So
decent standard of football then?
Yeah, it's very good. But as I say, it took me some getting into. But they had quite an established team in them days.
Who was the sort of star player that they had? Can you remember?
Well, to me, the one that stands out was David Bright, who came from, I think, Charlton. And soon after I joined, a couple of years later, he moved to New Zealand and represented New Zealand in the World Cup.
Oh, he must be some player then.
He was a good footballer, yeah.
Were you in Faversham's first team then at 16 or 17 as it was?
I made my debut at 17, I think, against East Surrey United.
Oh, you don't forget the debut, do you?
No, and I scored.
Oh,
1-0.
Fantastic. Who was the manager then, Gilley?
Tommy Coulter.
Name from the past, that is.
Yeah, I thought he was fabulous. He took me from the ordinary Canterbury District League, where you turn up at 10 to 3, get changed and play, to, very professional outlook. Get there at 3/4 an hour before the game, wear suitable clothing and that sort of, represent the club. And, it totally turned my head completely.
I know it's a long time ago, Dave, but were you getting paid at that level then?
I don't think I did. Till 2 or 3 years later, I don't think. To me, it didn't bother me, Tom. No. I would have played there for nothing, and I've always said that. I'd have played anywhere for nothing. I never asked for the money. Wherever I went, they just give me some.
Very nice too. They call it for the love of the game, Dave.
Yeah, I think that's gone nowadays.
It has. So, how long did you actually stay at Faversham for then?
I think I was there 9 years.
Oh my goodness me.
Coming up to 10, and I never heard anything about a centenary or whatever he called it. What he called it? No.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
My situation at home changed a bit, so that is when I joined Whitstable.
What year would that have been roughly, Gilley?
That was about 81.
That was about when I started watching Whitstable play. I would have seen you play then.
Yeah.
Who was the manager then?
Bill Craig.
Oh, yeah. I just caught the tail end of Bill. Yeah, it would have been then.
Yeah, I think I caught the tail end of him as well.
Who was in the team with you at that time?
Oh, dear. I'll tell you one thing I have noticed, since you've rung me.
Yeah.
My memory is shocking.
Dave,
absolutely shocking.
Dave, we're all getting older, mate. Don't worry about it.
I would thought Andy Leach. I can't remember who was there.
What were the standout games for you? You must have had one or two that you thought, well, blimey, if I could play like that every week, I'd be a superstar.
Well, 77, 78 was my pinnacle, I think. I played at Faversham.
Yeah.
We won the Kent League. We won the Kent Senior Trophy, and I got Player of the Year that year. Top goal scorer. Scored winning goal in the Kent Senior Trophy final against Whitstable.
Wow.
Which they never forgave me for.
No, I'm sure. But that's something else. That's great. I mean, fortunately, a few years ago we had a season like that where we won the league, then won the Kent Senior Trophy, and that it's something else, isn't it?
Oh, wonderful feeling. Trouble is, Tony, I can't remember that either.
No, I know. Dave, now tell me something, because one or two of the boys have said this to me. When you're playing in a team like that, you go out on the pitch and you go out with the feeling that you're not going to lose. Was that what it was like?
Oh, yes. No, in that side, I couldn't see anyone beating us, ever. They did, of course, but no, the year we won the league, we had got at least 2 points off every side, apart from Whitstable. So we drew and lost to Whitstable. There's
rivalry between Faversham and Whitstable, but it's not as intense as it is between Herne Bay and Whitstable, or was it the other way round back then?
No. Our local rivals were Sittingbourne.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, and they still are.
Sheppey.
And Sheppey. Oh, Sheppey had some good times, didn't they?
Well, they were our big rivals when we won the league. We were miles behind on points, but we had a load of game in hand. And it come down to the last game against Sheppey, over at Sheppey. We had to win. They only needed a draw. And we won 3-1.
Can you remember if you scored?
I scored, yeah.
Lovely.
Can't remember much after that, though.
No, that's good news. That's good news. At Whitstable, how long did you stay playing at Whitstable for?
I think I was there about 4 years.
Long enough to become a legend?
Well, yeah, I had a few games that people would remember me by, I think.
Well, I think the last time I saw you play was in a sort of a charity game, and I was doing the roving mic thing on the pitch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's good to see you with a pair of boots on. Was that the time when Bruce got in goal that day?
He did for a little while, didn't he?
Yes, that's right. He was about 65 then, I think, or 60. Well, maybe not that old, but certainly getting on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely getting on a bit.
Did you play vets football at all, or?
I'm still playing now, Tom.
You're still playing now?
Yeah, Whitstable Vets.
Wow. So I spoke to Lee Bossum the other week, and Lee's broken his ankle or something, or his leg.
Yeah, I was playing in the game he done it in.
Oh, you were? Blimey.
Yeah.
You're obviously...
Yeah, he only jumped up in the air and come down and snapped his bloody leg. It was terrible.
Goodness me. So you're obviously still enjoying it then?
Oh, I love it. Like a drug to me. Can't stop.
No, you can't stop. What position do they put you in now, Gilley?
Out on the left wing where I've always played. I wouldn't stand around there for 10-minute spells and not see the ball.
And then all of a sudden a lot of activity. Yeah, good.
Yeah, burst into life.
Burst into life, yeah. Down at Whitstable, is there a few players there that you've seen over the years that have stood out for you? Because every time I ask people this, they always come up with someone that I haven't even thought about.
Well, Gerry Allan, of course.
Yes.
But I was always impressed with Phil Sullivan, centre-back.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Everybody's got a different take on these players, but when you mention Gerry Allan, there's, oh, yeah, absolutely. So many people have said. I can't remember myself seeing Phil Sullivan, so perhaps that was before my time.
You should have done. He was Snowden for wheel.
All right.
Down there with Dougie, I think.
Oh, was he? All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be talking to Dougie in the next few days, so he's coming on as well.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is. He'll probably have something to say about you, Gilley.
Yeah. I suppose you heard the one where he fined me for not wearing the proper attire.
No, I haven't. Come on, tell all.
Yeah, I think it was a midweek game or to come over and work or something. I turned up and he fined me a coming scruffy like that. So on the Saturday, I turned up in a suit, wing collar tie, shirt, bow tie, white gloves, white silk scarf, black fedora. Walked in and, are you going to find me this week, Mr. Boss?
I bet he was speechless.
He was, yeah. But we had a chuckle.
I bet you did. Now, anybody that's listening to this and don't know you as well as we do down at the club, you have a bit of a panache for dressing up a bit, don't you? A very stylish gentleman.
I think that comes from my dad. He was always well dressed. Yeah, I like to make a bit of an effort.
Yes, and you certainly stand out in a crowd. There's no doubt about that.
Especially when I get fined for not wearing the right stuff.
That's a bit of a crazy one, that is. Yeah, there's been some silly things happen over the period. They're not for sure. Dear, oh dear. When did you actually finish... I don't want to use the word proper football. I'll keep saying this on air, but when did you actually finish playing Saturday football, let's call it?
Yeah, that I can't really remember.
You might remember who was the manager at the time, because he probably wanted to fine you again.
Yeah. I think it was Peter Merrick in charge of Whitstable when I finally had to leave Whitstable.
Oh, right. Peter, lovely man.
Yeah, and he apologised to me later in life.
Really?
He said, I think I got rid of you too early.
Oh, how lovely.
So,
yeah, very well thought of is Peter, isn't he?
Yeah, I got on well with Peter.
I think you get on well with most people, don't you?
Well, like you were saying the other day, you know, anyone you played with you didn't like, I couldn't think of anybody.
No.
I got on with everybody, I think.
No, that's good. And who was the best playing partner that you know, if there's one person, you're playing up front, and I said to you, OK, Dave, you can have another guy up there with you, who would it have been?
Whitstable Town Football Club's main sponsor is Fibertech UK Limited.
Bob Mason.
All right, another name from the past.
Best footballer I ever played with, I think. Man could play anywhere. Up front, midfield, at the back. Yeah, absolutely brilliant footballer.
Did he progress to play at a high level, or was he happy to play, you know?
I think he was quite happy where he was all the time.
A lot of the lads, it just suits them, doesn't it?
Yeah, suited me. I had a chance to go to Canterbury years and years ago, but because they played in the Southern League, I didn't fancy that at all.
No, it's a lot of travelling then, isn't it?
Yeah, it was then, Dave.
It was. Yeah, I think people today don't realise the commitment that you had to give. I mean, transport was another issue. You know, if you didn't have a car, which not everybody did,
no.
You know, it was getting to the game or getting to the coach or wherever you were going. It was a big commitment, definitely.
Yeah.
I bet there's many a time you didn't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, that's right. Quite a few times, Tony.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm talking about football now, Gilley. I'm not talking...
Well, yeah.
And the nice thing about Whitstable is we've had the stability of having Joe there all these years, which has been really good for the club. He's stepped down now, but he's seen it through thick and thin, hasn't he?
Well, I think he changed the whole concept of Whitstable, to be honest.
I agree.
He done a similar thing at Herne Bay, didn't he, to start with?
Yeah, he did. But you're right, he did. He was one of the founding members of the Kent Youth League as well, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He kicked that all off.
I like Joe.
Yeah, me as well.
I think I was a bit rough and ready for him, but I quite liked him.
You're not saying that you're not everyone's cup of tea, are you?
I think that comes into the equation there.
Well, it does with everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We sail through life thinking everybody likes us, and all of a sudden you get a bit of a jolt when someone says something. You think, oh, really? Okay. Well, that's fair enough. You've got your opinion.
Yeah. Just a look at times, doesn't it?
Just a look. Goodness me. You're at the moment, you're living down Thanet Way, aren't you?
Yeah, Westgate.
Westgate, yeah. You happy down there?
Love it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're very lucky, really, you know, having a county like Kent, because there's so much to it. You know, people hanker for going abroad. I mean, I've been abroad, I've lived abroad, but it is a beautiful county, isn't it?
I love the place, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I couldn't move, I don't think, out of there.
No, I've had my time. I've lived in London and had a bit of ants in my pants at one stage. I think in a period of about 10 years, we lived in about 7 different houses.
No.
Yeah, my missus put her foot down. We went to the solicitors to buy yet another house. Sounds like I made money moving. I didn't. I seem to lose money moving house. Carol said to the solicitor, "How do I stop Tony moving?" He said, "Quite easy. Refuse to sign the paperwork." And that was it. So then the house that we were in Whitstable, we were there for 16 years. And the one we're in now in Herne Bay, we've been here about 12, 13 years. So,
right.
Yeah. So she cottoned onto that one.
I didn't know you didn't live in Whitstable.
No, we've been over here, say 12 or 13 years now.
Right.
But my affiliation is with Whitstable Town. There's no doubt about that. It's been a good, happy time at the club, with Joe being there. But I've got to say the new chairman is doing a great job as well. He's really... Have you met him at all? Oh, of course you have. You've been down there when you've been doing your vets football. You've seen him.
Yeah.
Dave, this is a bit of a strange question, but I'll just throw it at you anyway. Have you ever fancied management at all?
I did a little stint at Herne Bay Reserves with Stevie Rumble.
All right.
Just assistant sort of thing, and I quite enjoyed that. But no, I don't think I could do it, Tony. To be honest.
No.
I don't treat anything seriously enough.
Yeah, well, it is a full-on job, isn't it?
It is nowadays, even more so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and that's what used to impress me with Tommy Coulter.
What, the professionalism?
Yeah, he was one of those that would go and watch a team. If we got them in the next week in the cup somewhere, he'd go and watch them midweek. London, anywhere. He'd go there and have a look at them. And I thought, what dedication that is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't actually say there's money in football at our level, is there?
No, it was even less then.
Yeah, absolutely. Goes back to what you said, you play because you love it. You loved it.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. And
Definitely.
I was proud to represent the town.
Good for you, mate. That's the way it should be. Pull the shirt on and wear it with pride.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. Well, I've enjoyed our chat today, Dave. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one out as a midweek special because it'll be really good. So it'll probably come out sometime next week as a sort of as I say, it'll be a midweek special. All right, so that's good. All right, Dave. So
if only I knew what a podcast was, Tone, I'd listen.
You'll have once you get down the football club, I'll let you listen to it. Oh dear, you haven't got an email then, no?
Oh, I think I might have, but I don't know what it means.
All right, okay. Well, find out from Sue. Does Sue go on the internet at all?
No, she's as bad as me.
Oh, she's as bad as you. All right, okay. All right, well, we cut that idea on the head then. All right.
Stuck in the 20th century down here, mate.
I know. All right, Dave. Well, it's been great talking to you today. This will make a few people laugh. It's been a good bit of fun today. All right, Dave.
Cheers, son.
Thanks very much, David, and thanks for thanks for your time today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
Take
mate.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And from me here at Belmont Banter and Dave on the other end of the line, cheers, everyone, and speak soon.
Whitstable Town Football Club's main sponsor is Fibertech UK Limited. They are providers of optical fibre services to the telecoms industry, specialising in optical fibre provision, local and long haul. We offer a full turnkey solution to our clients throughout London and the south of England. Contact us through the website for more details.
Your host, Tony Rouse, every week on Belmont Banter for news about local football in Kent and beyond.
I do hope that you've enjoyed today's episode of Belmont Banter. Don't forget there's a new episode out every week which comes out on a Sunday night, early Monday morning. And you can leave your suggestions for a guest to invite at the end. And leave a like and don't forget to pass it on to all your mates. Cheers!